Okay, in this video we are going to focus our attention on calculus, that is integration. All right, so as you go through past papers, as you write your tests, as you write your exams, you're going to face a lot of problems that you'll be given under calculus, where they're asking to say maybe find, or say evaluate, or say find the integral, this and that. So in that case, we are talking about integration. So in this video, we're going to focus on the introduction to integration, that is under calculus. All right, so when you're given a function, there's it's so overwhelming that like it's so awesome, or yeah, it's interesting to understand and to know the relationship between integration and differentiating. So to say the easy formula that helps us to understand what integration is all about, the basic formula for integration, we have something like this, to the power n. Okay, then here I do the same, the power n. So in this case, let me say I'm differentiating. Okay, here we say we are differentiating. Then in this case, for this one, we say we are integrating. All right, so for this formula, what you're going to do is that for you to differentiate, imagine this is a function that you're given a as a constant, you have x and n as the power that you're given. So if you're differentiating, the power is going to drop. You're going to have n multiplied by a x, then n should reduce by 1. Okay, so for this one, if you're integrating, what you're going to do is this. You're going to have ax, this is going to increase by 1, and you do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, and we should be very careful when you're talking about for example, if we have let me say we have x to the power negative 2. Okay, we say we have x to the power negative 2. If we are to differentiate this, we are going to say this negative needs to, we are going to reduce it by 1. So we're going to have x negative 2 minus 1. That will give us x to the power negative 3. And you should keep in mind to say negative 3 is smaller than 2. Hence we have reduced this by what? By 1. So what about in this case where we have if we have the same thing, we have x negative 2. Okay, so this one we are going to say in the case where we are reducing, in this case we are reducing the power, and of course it's going to drop the other side, but I'm only showing the part where you're reducing the power. But in this case, what you're going to do is that this one is going to increase by 1, and you find that what you're going to get is x to the power negative 1, and you know to say negative 1 is bigger than negative 2, hence you are increasing this by 1. Okay, so the first example that we are going to use in this session is this. Okay, say example 1. We say we have something like this. We say we have 10 x to the power 4 minus 4x, okay, plus 3 over x to the power 2. We close, then we have dx right there. All right, so now you can pause the video a bit, you try to solve, then yeah, you're free to do that. Okay, so for this one, remember to say what we are doing is that we are following this principle. We have been asked to find this, hence what we are doing here is that we are integrating. Yeah, so this one we are going to have 10. Okay, we're going to have 10x. Here it will be 4 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 1. All right, let me say minus that right there. Okay, so it's all about what you do on the power. It's the same thing that you do down there. So here what you're going to have is 4x. Here it's not just trying to say there's 1, but there's 1. You say 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 right there. Okay, plus. So for this one, you can take it the other way around. You ask yourself, in which other way can I write this to make my work simple for me to integrate? So this in other ways is 3x to the power negative 2. So here we are going to have 3x to the power negative 2 plus 1 divided by negative 2 plus 1 right there. So now this is going to give us a 5. So 5 into 10, you're going to get a 2. So it's a 2x. So 4 plus 1 is 5 minus. This is going to give us 2. Okay, we say this will give us 5. So give us 2. 2 into 4, you're going to have 2x to the power 2 right there. Okay, plus. So this here we are going to say let's say we have 3x here. Okay, we have 3x. This is going to give us negative 1 and this is going to give us negative 1. So now this is going to change the sign. So we're going to have 2x to the power 5 minus 2x to the power 2 minus 3x to the power negative 1. So to finish this up, what you're going to write is this. We want to get rid of this negative index that we have here. So we're going to have 2x minus 5 minus 2x to the power 5 minus 2x to the power 2 minus 3 over x. You don't have to put the 1 there. So that's the answer for that question. So it's all about following the rules that you're given. Just respect what you have here. This whole process, just respect it and you'll be able to solve any question that you're given whatsoever. Yeah. So the following question the second question that we're going to do is this one. We are given this. We have 3x, okay, to the power 2 plus 8x minus 5. So for this one, it's pretty direct because we don't have a fraction compared to the previous question that we did. All right, so for this one, we are just saying 3x, 2 plus 1, okay, divided by 2 plus 1 plus 8x, 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus 5. Okay, so now this is the most interesting part that I was waiting for. Here we have a constant. It doesn't have an x whatsoever. So when it comes to a constant number, what you are going to do is that you just have to add an x like that, meaning you have already integrated that one. Okay, so for this one, you're going to have, remember to say this is going to give you a 3. This is going to give you a 2. So here saying 3 into 3 is 1. So it's saying x to the power what? 3 plus. Here is 2. 2 into 8 is 4x to the power 2 minus 5x. And that's what you get right there. Okay, this was the second one. Then the third question that we're going to use is the question says find the integral of, you are given this. You are given 3x, okay? 3x to the power 3 divided by 2 minus 5x plus 1 over x squared. Okay, 1 over x squared. So as I said, you can pause the video just to try it out, then see whether or not we're going to end at the same answer. So here we have a fraction and here we have a fraction as well. All right, so now what we are going to do here is that for this one, I will need to change it. I'll need to put it the other way around. But for this one, I'll just leave it at that because what I have here is a number. Okay, it's not an unknown figure like x in this case. So we're going to have 3x over 2 to the power 3 minus 5x plus, okay, sorry, this was a plus, just somehow touched. So here we're going to have x to the power negative 2. All right, so I start integrating now. So what I'm going to say is that I'm going to say 3x 3 plus 1 over 2 divided by 3 plus 1, okay, minus this would be 5x 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 plus this would be x negative 2 plus 1 divided by negative 2 plus 1 right there. Okay, so this is going to give us something like 3x to the power 4 divided by 2 divided by 4. Okay, minus this is going to give us 5x to the power 2 divided by 2, okay, plus this is going to give us x negative 1 divided by negative 1 right there. Okay, I'll just try to use a different paper. So we have something like okay, we say 3x to the power 4 divided by 2 over 2 over 4 minus 5x 2 over 2 right there plus x negative 1 divided by negative 1. That's what we have right there. Okay, so this is more like you're just saying 3x to the power 4 divided by 2 divide by 4. So in another words, you can just say this is 3x to the power 4 divided by 2 multiplied by 1 over 4. So now this is going to give us something like 3x to the power 4 divided by 8. Okay, so now to write the final answer, what you're going to say is this. You're going to say this will be 3x to the power 4 divided by 8 minus 5x to the power 2 divided by 2 plus, okay, right. So this is going to change the sign. What you're going to have there is what we're going to have here is the negative x, okay, negative x to the power negative 1 right there. So now what you're going to say is 3x to the power 4 divided by 8 minus 5x to the power 2 divided by 2 minus 1 divided by x right there. That's your final answer. Okay.